What's up, everybody? It's your boy Creative Dre, and today we're going to be doing episode 2 of editing your picture. Today we have a picture from Trinography. That's the photographer. I'll put their link in the description, as well as Ross Santana, who is the makeup artist as well as the model for this image. So we're going to go ahead and take a dive into it and see what we can come up with. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate my layer by hitting Control J, and we're going to go ahead and name that first pass. Alright, so on all of my images, like I said, I always do this. I do a first pass, which is taking out small blemishes, and if you need to crop the image, you can do that, as well as fixing backdrops, whatever that case may be. But like I said, I always do that in my first pass, and I like to use the healing brush as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Like I said, I was gonna take care of these small blemishes here. And the good thing about doing this retouch, like I said, we had a pretty dope makeup artist. She did an amazing job, so it's not too much that we really have to do. So that's going to make everything a lot easier. Alright, so as you can see, we went ahead, we flattened the image for this to be our base background. And like I said, we did our first pass. From here, we're going to go ahead and run my frequency separation action. And from there, it puts it all into a group, and we're going to start on the color layer. Now, when it comes to this, what you want to use is your lasso tool, which is here. Alright, and when it comes to the lasso tool, like I said, what you're going to do, you're going to draw a small selection. Doesn't have to be 100% precise. But once you draw that in there, you'll see it's going to have those little marching ants around your selection. So we're going to go up here to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. So what that's going to do is I'm going to start down here at 0.1. This is the regular image. We're going to go up on that until the skin tones are pretty much even. So you don't want to go too crazy, because if you do, you start getting this weird looking patch. That is definitely not the goal. So we're gonna come down here. Let's see, it's 15. Let's see what 20 looks. That's 20. Let's see, 0. So yeah, we'll go to about 20.8. That's a happy, a happy space here. There we go. So like I said, that's the first selection. We did that at 20.8. So from there, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna work on the forehead, the other cheek, and the chin, and then I'll explain how to do the nose and the body afterwards. After that, you can just go ahead and hit Control F to apply that same blur as before. So that's before and that's after. Before and after. Trying to keep it all natural. Now, like I said before, when you get to the nose, you want to do a different blur setting, and I'll explain why. So we're going to go back up here. We're going to click on Gaussian blur. So if you look at it, this is the regular image right here. So you got that nice highlight there. If we were to go crazy, it's going to make everything pale, and that's not what we want here. So we're actually going to go lower than we did on the skin. So on the skin, we were at 20.8, and that's what it looks like. It's not horrible, but you're losing that highlight, as you just saw. You see, this is back here. Let's go to 20, about 20. That's where we are at 20. This is the regular image. So we're just going to find something that's pretty low. That's going to, put some decent texture within the nose, but we don't want to go too crazy. I think 4.7 works out. So we're going to go ahead and deselect that. So we got the forehead, we got the cheeks, we got the chin and the nose done. And when it comes to your body, a lot of people, when they do their makeup, they don't put makeup on the neck or chest area. So it's okay to be a little forgiving on that number when you get to your Gaussian blur here. So we're going to go back to it. And we're actually going to go a bit higher than before. So I think actually we can go about 22. It should be a safe one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. We're gonna go before and after, before and after. So that is the basis of the frequency separation when it comes to that bottom color layer. Then we're going to go ahead and click over to our texture layer, and that's going to pretty much do another thing like we did on the first pass, only this time we're going to be using our stamp tool. So you can click that, or you can click S on your keyboard for the shortcut. And you want to sample the skin, like I said, near whatever blemishes you want to get rid of. So you hold Alt, click, and then you want to go ahead and sample that texture and putting it over. When you have your Adobe makeup artist, that makes everything much easier on the editor. So I definitely recommend that you, if you don't have one already, to get you someone that can do the makeup for your shoots. They said it's going to make the client happier as well as you when it's time to edit. Alright, so if we take a look at the full before and after, you have before and after, before and after. Alright, so after that, we're going to go ahead and run our dodge and burn action here. It's going to make it all pretty simple. It puts it in its own grouping where you have your dodge and your burn layer. So we're going to start on dodging. For that, you want to get your paintbrush. You can hit B on the keyboard, or you can just click it over here. And you want your flow to be at about 3%. What that's going to do is that's going to keep it from being overpowering. So this is it at 100%. You don't want that. So we're going to undo that. So when you put it at 3%, it's going to allow you to make those changes in a small amount versus you doing what I just did, which is like putting a big old highlight, a gash mark there. It's going to take away from it looking pretty natural. So I'm just going to go ahead and enhance what's already there. You want to hit the highlights in the image. Alright, and when it comes to that nose, what I do, I get a smaller brush, of course. We're going to hit those as well. And after you do your dodging, you can do the same with your burn. Just going to work on those contours slightly. So it's going to burn a little bit here, just to bring out those facial features a bit more. On the nose. If we close that, we're gonna look at before and after. Before and after. So that is our dodging and burning. The last thing that I usually like to do when it comes to me editing my pictures, I would like to zoom in. We're gonna get a nice edit right here on the eyes, and then the little bit of teeth that we can see as well. So I'm gonna run my eye and teeth whitening action. We're going to go ahead and select our brush. Now for this, you can put your flow back up at 100. Otherwise, you'll be sitting here for a long time getting the eye. But what we do is you're going to paint over that white here. And what this is going to do is it's going to make that eye pop a little more. I also like to do the catch light as well. So we're going to do the teeth now as well. Like I said, there's not much teeth showing. Alright, and just so you can see what that does for the image, we're going to go ahead and toggle it off and on, off and on. So this is the basis of what I do with my edit. That's the pretty much finished picture. The last thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to run our smart sharpening. Well, it's not ours. This is actually something that I downloaded from Prince Mason. We're going to go ahead and run that. And what it's going to do is going to run this high pass filter over the image. What we're going to do is sharpen things that you want to sharpen. You don't want to sharpen the entire image. You want to sharpen things like the eyes and maybe the lips and under the nose. Otherwise, you'll have an image like this. So after we run that action, we're going to go ahead, we're going to put a layer mask on here, and we're going to invert that to black. That's going to remove that full action that you were just seeing on the image. And we're going to get a white brush, and we're going to paint over what we want sharpened. So like I said, when you think of pictures, what you want sharp, you want the eyes to be sharp. Then the lips as well. We're going to do under the nose. We got before and after. Before and after. So this is going to bring those out ever so slightly. What I'm going to do, just to show the full edit here, we're going to go to the base image. This is the base image before any edits, and this is after. Before, after, before, and after. So I hope this was a pretty informative video for you. Like I said, we just went through our retouch sequence. I'm not sure how long it took. You can see by the timestamp of the video, but however, I do hope that you did enjoy it. Again, if you did, be sure to check out their Instagrams. Again, that's Triniography for the photographer and Ron Santana for the makeup artist / model. My Instagram will be linked below as well. You can catch me at Creative Dre. And if you did like the video, again, be sure to thumbs up the video, leave a comment if you like, and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell so you can check the next upload. Until then, I'll see you all later and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.